You are now listening to T on One Radio, the talk show podcast station, bringing you Inspire Our Podcast, your source for positive mental stimulation and good vibes, uplifting the world in support of peace, strength, wisdom, and faith. The information and resources on this podcast are based on the opinions of the host, unless otherwise noted. All information is intended to motivate, encourage, and inspire positive change and a healthier lifestyle. This podcast may contain some quotations, images, and or excerpts from copyrighted material. These uses fall well within the copyright doctrine of fair use. Welcome, I am your host, Tony Williams. Hi, hello, and hello again. Happy New Year. If I have not spoken to you since last year, Happy New Year. I hope everyone's New Year is going well. Welcome once again, and this is a new year. I hope everything is kind of trying to balance out for everyone, and everyone is having a great year thus far, great day thus far. Today we want to talk about saving your marriage or relationship or not. And if you are listening to this via YouTube or any of the podcast platforms, welcome. And you guys can comment there and like, and you can leave me your feedback there or what you thought on the subject, right? I'm not going to keep you guys long today. Today is a really busy one, but this topic right here, and doing this for Wisdom App, you guys are awesome. This is one of those for sure need to be talked about things. And being really open and honest about how you truly feel. And just saying what's on your mind to who you're married to or who you're with. And thank you. I know I've got someone requesting to guest. Just sit tight for me 1 second. Thank you. There are times when you must sit down with that person and say, hey, I'm feeling like this is not working, or I'm missing something in this relationship, and actually be open and willing to receive whatever the answer may be, regardless of how it comes out or how you think it maybe should have came out. Either way, being open, willing, and accepting of the truth. Because that's the only way you're going to save your marriage or get an understanding to know that you two are not meant to be together. And for the health and safety and well-being and mental status of another person, give them that opportunity to say, you know, I do feel like that as well. Or, no, I don't feel that way. May I offer a suggestion to save this? It's opening that line of communication. You know what I mean? It's opening that line of communication and saying, I'm adult enough to talk about this. Adult enough to talk about it. And say, hey, let's welcome. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Hi. I'm good. I'm just looking at, this says marriages and stuff.
Yeah, saving your marriage or relationship or not.
So, I have this relationship that I really don't like being. And it has something with me to choose two people, and I don't know what to go with.
Okay, well, that's definitely a little situation right there, and I'm very thankful that you're open. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm in a current relationship right now. I just don't like the person I'm with, and I want to come out something more.
Okay. Well, have you sat down and
No, I have not sat down because I really feel like it'll be embarrassing if I talk and sit down with this person.
don't worry about the embarrassment?
Can I just say it? I'm sorry. Can I just say it, please?
Yeah.
No. Can I just say it? I'm scared. So, I don't like my girlfriend because I think I like men more.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you don't have to apologize for
that.
that.
No prank. I'm being serious.
Well, you shouldn't have to apologize.
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
You shouldn't have to apologize because of how you feel. If that's the way you feel, then that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know how to come out and speak because she might make fun of me, and she has pictures that are not good to be set up on the internet.
Well, you're gonna have to face it. Let's be honest and be clear about this. Either way it goes, you're going to have to face this. So it's best to do it calmly and try to protect yourself within the situation as much as possible. But at the same token, you have to be honest and open and willing to go ahead and just, take that first punch and go ahead and live your best life. That way, it's more fair to both of you, because it's not fair the other way around. If she does not know that you're not the person for her, she's under the impression that she is the person for you, which could possibly keep her from finding someone else who's more suited to be with her.
Yeah, but I'm like 50-50. Like I like her, but there's this man who is in my class. I go to college. He's just like blonde and blue eyes. His name is Rod. So I don't know how to.
Wait, are you in like or are you in lust? There's a difference now.
I don't know. It might be both.
Okay. Well, either way, I mean, you're going to have to talk to her. Maybe you're not necessarily wanting to leave her. This is what I'm getting from this. But you also want to be able to be you. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so you're not trying to break up with her. You're trying to be fully transparent with her, though. Okay. Well, do you know how she truly feels about you?
Yes. She told me the other day we went to the movies. She said that she wouldn't do nothing without me.
Okay. And then she loves you then, correct?
I think so. I'm not sure though.
Okay. How long?
She's been giving me weird vibes lately, but yeah.
Okay. You're gonna have to be honest with her, and you're gonna have to tell her that you are basically exploring your sexuality, and you want to be honest with her. So that's being fair, and give her the room to be able to say, okay, I'm willing to deal with this, or no, I'm not willing to deal with this. And you'll feel better in the end.
I think I should yeah. I think I should tell her. Should I talk to her anytime soon?
Yes. Before anything else goes any further, it's best to be honest and open. No matter how it turns out, be honest about it.
Yeah. But I'm sort of lying to her too, because me and him kissed before, and I don't know if I want to go, I don't know. I'm confused in the head. It's making me angry and sad.
Okay, yeah. It probably is confusing. Everything is going on at one time. You're probably feeling every emotion, and that's natural when you're feeling butterflies. But you have to step back, take a deep breath, and actually see what it is that you want, kind of prioritize things to a certain extent. And just be forthcoming with her and let her know what's going on with you. That way you two can sit down.
Thank you for your emotional support.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm happy to help you, John. Happy to help. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. Have you ever went through this situation before?
I've always been honest. Like with relationships, before you even get into a relationship, you have to be honest. Place all your cards on the table, ugly or beautiful. Put them out there so that way from the beginning, whoever it is understands you completely then and know, okay, this is a possibility. This is something that may come up later. This is something that maybe just is, experimental with this person. But I can deal with this, or no, I choose not to deal with it. And they can go on about their life. So it was more or less me seeing the other person's, reaction to what I had to say, basically. Because I see being open is the best policy. And that's from experience. You never know what can happen. There's a world of possibilities after there's truth.
I'm a texter. I don't feel the same no more. And I think I like Rod more than you. So.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be careful with that if that's the case. If you do it like that, you're going to have to be careful because I would not suggest texting anyone to just... I don't know, that's just so impersonal and not nice.
Okay.
Or adult, so we definitely want to do that, okay?
All right. So, I should be very nice to her.
Yes.
And tell it calmly because I just texted her saying that I don't like her and I like Rod more.
No shit, you did not. You did not just fucking do that.
So.
Wow, okay.
What did I just do?
You did it. The cat's out the bag now. So, just let me know later what happens.
Her pussy was whack anyway.
Oh, no,
Bye,
we're
bye.
not. Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, so moving on, saving your marriage or relationship. We've got some special people out there. That's really all I can say about that. That's just some special people out there. But it takes a lot of work. If you discover that your marriage is worth saving, and you can do this by different means, you can weigh pros and cons, but you're kind of doing this separately and then come together to do this and really break down what your issues are, and you'll be surprised at the answers or the responses that you'll get from your partner. Sometimes when you've already made it up in your mind, oh, this is it, this is not working, I'm just done, and you don't do any of the work or do any digging, for that matter, into what the problems truly are and what solutions there are for them, and if you're willing to apply them. So a lot can go into it, but it's worth it to give it a dig and see if it is truly savable. Now, if you know this is not for you, you're in a really, really bad situation to where it's physical, verbal, emotional, any type of abuse. No, I do not condone those situations, and I suggest everyone to seek help on those type of situations and find safety. There's no saving that relationship when it gets to that point. So for that, seek help on that. But if there's a couple of problems, like he won't put the toilet seat down for shit, or he won't pick his dirty gym bag up, or he just dropped it everywhere. See, stuff like that, that's not a reason to divorce. That is not a reason to break up with someone. That becomes an issue when you sit down and say, hey, look, this is the problem that I'm having. I need you to pick up your things and sit down and actually have an adult conversation without yelling and screaming and name calling. Because nobody's listening at that point. You're both thinking of something to say to hurt the other person, or just to have anything to have a response. But actually sitting down and effectively listening and effectively communicating, you can learn a lot more about your partner as your partner, or at least as an individual. Because you have to know, okay, this person, yeah, we've been married 16 years. No, he doesn't like fish. So it's a situation to where what else is there? Like, do I think I know everything about this person? More than likely not. I don't care who you are. We do not live long enough to learn every single thing about each other. But the baseline, everyday things that we know about our partners or our spouses is how we make it through the years. Now, things happen. People do change, but it's all by choice. So either we choose to sit down and understand why he cheated or why she cheated, and to really and truly see, is it salvageable? If there are kids involved, you definitely have to try to look at the situation. We all have common sense, and we know when things are unsafe for children, we know this is a no-go. You can't save this. That's a done deal. The hard part with that is getting over the denial. That's it on that part. You know, the denial that this is not working. This is supposed to be picture perfect. Nothing is picture perfect. Anything in life can and will happen. Change is inevitable. We grow every day, every year. But it is the common courtesies that we tend to forget within the relationships that cause us to be bitter, angry, have ridiculous outbursts, or even sending you through some sort of childish behavior for a couple of months. Midlife crisis, or anything along those lines. But really digging in and understanding. Okay, she don't like it when I try to put my finger in her booty. Okay, that's something she don't like, so we're not going to keep doing that, because if you keep doing that, then yeah, that's going to be a problem. Or, no, my husband is not going to let me go have sex with Pete or Paul, or, I can't just, he forgave me once, and I did it again and again and again. No, he's not going to just keep forgiving me. And he's going to have to be strong enough to say, hey, look, this is not going to go horribly wrong, but I'm going to just have to lay it out here. I can't work with you like this. I forgave. This keeps happening. This is no longer a mistake. You're doing this shit on purpose. I need to do better for me. And actually having that hard conversation, or saying the reason why you keep cheating on him, say what it is. You're refusing to do this, or I like this, or have you even told? Let me stop right there. Within marriage and relationships, everyone that you've ever been with, there are differences. There are a lot of differences in everything that you do with other people. So stuff changes. You might not do this with Sally, or that you do with Jane, or vice versa. But have you actually sit down with your partner and told them all your little kinky quirks and what you like and don't like, or even what you're curious about? Or the fact that you even have a question, or you want to try something. Because once you go outside of your marriage and you meet someone who's willing to do those little quirks, but you have not brought that to the attention of your mate, that is so selfish. It's very selfish. And when you do that, that goes over there on the con side of the list, when we're doing the pros and cons of saving this, whether it's a marriage or relationship. But that goes back to at the beginning. I like getting spanked. So I'm gonna say that. Look, I like getting spanked. If you know, can you be? You're the one I'm trying to be with, so can you be that ass spanker for me? Like, because I'm gonna be open and honest and say, well, you know what? If I can't get that from you, I might have to get it from somewhere else. And that's even before we've been together long enough to say we're gonna get married. Like that open and honest. Like, okay, so hi, we'll say Greg. Hi, Greg. I see you trying to take me out on a date and everything. Well, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm a freak. Oh, and I have a girlfriend, so if you're dating me, you're dating my girlfriend. You know, whatever your situation is, be forthcoming with it. Be open and honest, because if you don't, later on you're going to have some problems that you're going to have to go back to that pros and cons list. This person was not honest about me with what they like and dislike. And it will make it hard for you to spend the rest of your life with someone who you know is a liar. So you have to really dig in and dig deep and really find out. Now, oftentimes, men and women cheat because they're lacking something that's not happening at home. This is marriage or not. This is all of us. We're all human. We all have needs. Let's look at nature. Take a moment to think about all the animals. Do you think them animals out in the wild really give a crap that you're watching them screw? No. They're a little more adult about it than we are, and we're supposed to be the humans. But we can't talk to our, you know, we're so closed minded, and which makes us keep our mouths closed about what we truly think and feel and see and how we understand. And when you begin to shut off and close down and you only give tidbits of information to the person, and it's like a puzzle for them, so they're trying to understand you. But if I say, hey Greg, I like all this, and if I'm not getting this, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Greg is gonna jump up on his P's and Q's and be like, oh well, okay, I need to do this, make sure, okay, a couple days, smack her ass again. That's what she likes, so that's what I'm gonna do, so she don't go nowhere else. Like, yeah, true enough, as adults, you're not really obligated to have to say, I'm just with you and nobody else. You're not. But is it the right thing to do? Yes. Animals don't see it that way. Look at the dogs roaming in the neighborhood, or the cats, or anything. Wild animals over in the savannah. It does not matter. Even in the zoo. You know how the kids, you taking your kids to the zoo and you done messed around and happen to go on a day that the animals are in heat. The females are all in heat all around the zoo, and you go, oh shit, well, they're gonna learn about fucking today. But same way, if they could be that free, no shame, no guilt. That's the whole Adam and Eve thing with the leaves, how they show in the Bible and everywhere else, where they're, oh, that's the no place, you can't see that type of deal. No, go back to your roots. Go back to who you are as a human being, and open up and tell that woman she's not sucking enough dick. That's why you let Becky suck your dick. And kudos, Becky, girl, you got some skills. Go on, girl. Or tell your man, say, look, you're not coughing up the dick as often as I like. That's starting to be a problem, hun. Do we need to go online and get some toys and some new outfits? It's been a while since I bought a wig, and some glasses. Because in a marriage, throughout the years, things change, physical and otherwise. I mean, if you're just every Wednesday at 5 p.m. or 9 p.m., you're screwing just on Wednesdays once every other week or whatever. That's a problem. Somebody finna start cheating, because somebody's lacking somewhere, unless you have some sort of an understanding. You have to have some sort of an understanding. You have to. But be honest. Be honest, be open, be honest. Especially from the beginning. And we won't be at this point right here trying to save your marriage. Play dress up. Play house. Hell, play hide and go get it. Something. You can try everything to save your marriage if you truly want to save it. You'll know if it's not worth saving. If it's just everything you're doing and it's constantly going downhill, constantly. He's not understanding. She's not understanding. You're at the point where you don't have anything else left to say. Except for you want to say, get the fuck out of my house, or leave me the hell alone, or I never want to see you again. When you're at that point, you need to really take a deep breath and go, hey, we need to seriously sit down and have a conversation. Let's save this marriage. And if not, let's bow out like civil adults. You don't have to divorce rape me. I'll be fair and give you some cho-chos. But don't be talking shit to my kids. Don't be having around Tom, Dick, Hank, and Harry. And vice versa. No, she don't want the babies to be around the new slut. It takes time. It takes time. And that's just being honest. That's just flat out being honest. You have to be honest, right? It's being honest within yourself to be able to be honest with someone else. Because if not, shit is going to go to shit. And it's going to stay in shit. Unless we can all be adults and say, hey, you ain't playing my ass enough. Or, hey, I need some head. Or, hey, I want to role play. Or, hey, you keep cheating, I can't do this. Talk about it. Don't run from it. And nobody needs to be right. I know. Nobody needs to be right. The truth needs to flow. Be kind about it. You don't want anybody getting ignorant with you, so don't get ignorant with them. Don't yell, don't scream. If you can't even have the conversation because of yelling and screaming, I don't know. Is that a red flag for you? I know it is for me. If we can't talk, all we can do is argue. Yeah, we're pretty much done, and it's time to peacefully separate. Grow up, mature, and move on. Without the hate, without the back talk, or anything else. Marriages can be saved if you're willing to save them. Relationships can be saved. Well, if you're willing to save them. But by all means, please be honest. If you're a little monster, a little gremlin, you might want to chill and sit back and find you another little gremlin that's equally gremlin and obsessive, or whatever your case may be. But be fair about it. Be kind. Love a little more. Until next time, be well. Here is this week's affirmation. I am true to self, which makes me capable of being truthful with others. This has been your weekly affirmation. What you say to yourself does matter. Quote for the week. Being open and honest is worth more than being right. Quote for the week. You have been listening to Inspire Our Podcast by TL1 Radio, the talk show podcast station. Know that you are loved, cherished, and needed. So keep your head up and your heart light. Until the next time, have a blessed and productive week. I've been your host, Tony Williams.